Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Menobot from Drunk to Health, and in this video I will tell you all about how to advertise yourself, networking, job scouting and do's and don'ts. This video is part of the social media course created for the Person Project funded by Erasmus+. It's really important to advertise yourself on social media. In the last videos we saw the importance of Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, maybe Instagram and Snapchat, and there are a lot of ways to advertise yourself on different social media platforms. One of the examples is Bennett Olson. He rented all kind of billboards all over the US to get himself hired. I know that most of you are not able to pay for this, but there are some great examples you can learn from this. First of all, he attracted attention by doing it in this way. He got his name on ABC News and make sure that in the local television start talking about him. Secondly, he got a really clear message: hire me. He didn't put his resume or anything else. He just said hire me and make sure that you could go to a website where you could know more about him. Third, he used a very clear picture of himself, which saw him smiling on the billboard, and you get immediately a feeling with him. So if you want to know how you can use yourself on social media and promote yourself in this way, it's really important to get a few key steps from this. So first of all, make sure that you draw attention. So make sure that there's a way that you could stand out to the others. Secondly, get a really clear message: hire me, get me, find me. And third of all, get a good professional photo that shows who truly you are. So if you are a job seeker and you're searching for a job and you don't know what social media to use, there are some statistics that you can take in mind. It seems that 88% of all job seekers have at least one social media networking profile. 23% have asked for social media info in a job interview. So a quarter of you ever had a job interview and they asked them to give them information about their social media presence. Third is that 61% of job seekers say that it's harder to get a job in the last few years. So it means that you have to stand out and you have to think clearly about the message you were saying and you want to say. We already saw some examples in one of the other videos, and now we're giving you some statistics to think about. What's your audience? Which social media are there? And how can I stand out? There are a few do's and don'ts for your social media. Like do's, adjust your Facebook privacy settings so people who you don't want can see your party photos. We have an example of somebody who was smoking weed all day and put this on his Facebook profile just before getting into a job interview. Use Twitter and LinkedIn to prey up professional interests, like posting relevant news and articles. If you're going for a job interview and you're posting a lot of information about a certain topic or a certain job or a certain you are getting the job for, it's important that you look like an expert. And you can use Twitter and LinkedIn perfectly to have this kind of expert status. If you have made your resume and you make up a LinkedIn profile, make sure they are connected. So please make sure that the same information is on LinkedIn as there is on your resume. And make sure, because you can be sure that your future employer will check your LinkedIn profile. What's the don't? Well, never badmouth about a current or former employer, colleague or company. Nobody wants to hire somebody who's talking bad behind their back. So why should they hire you when you're talking bad about your former or current work? Please don't do it. Making mistakes in language we all do. But try to make negative remarks or foul language, try to avoid it. And don't post anything ever that might be perceived as an insult, biased or illegal. Like I said, It's sometimes better not to post anything than to post everything you want. Taking the right social media is important, so you will know if it's possible to get the job. We were talking about selection of the different platforms. So, what you see here is what the most popular social networks are for job searching and for recruiting. You see that especially Facebook is perfect for job seeking. But for getting recruited, LinkedIn is the way to go. Google+, we already talked about it, is no longer a serious option, as it's no longer functioning. Facebook is the most used platform in the world, as we saw earlier. LinkedIn is the professional network, and it says that 49% of recruiters are active on LinkedIn. It's only 36% of all job seekers are, so there are still some opportunity by using LinkedIn. In general, men tend to be more active on social media for finding a job than women. Especially job seekers using social media on Facebook. There's a bigger difference. It's the biggest difference. 71% of men equals 55% of women. Well, like we said earlier, LinkedIn is the platform to go to for job seekers because most recruiters are there. Only 36% of all women seem to use LinkedIn. LinkedIn is really important for finding a job using social media. There are more people using Twitter than are using LinkedIn. So a lot of you still have an opportunity to create a profile and make sure that it helps to fit your job. In the next video, we will talk about the importance of SEO, SEO, search engine optimization, and how you can use it to find a job.